I want to move back onto the ABC now, and as you know, the ABC, with your tax dollars, employs about 10 people and gives the host a full-time salary of $200,000 or more to produce 15 minutes of Media Watch each week. It's a national scandal, this program, and last week Paul Barry and the ABC turned over that full 15 minutes, the most expensive 15 minutes of TV produced in this country each week, and they turned the whole show over to pushing their case to take more of your money.
And it's certainly not fat that's being sliced. So, how much will the cuts hurt you? And the ABC's top-rating radio news bulletin at 7:45 a.m. will be axed, to the dismay and anger of its many fans.
The public, who love and trust the ABC more than any other media outlet, expressed their anger, sadness and fear.
So why is the government squeezing the ABC, and indeed the CSIRO, when it needs to create jobs in the economy?
We're just down to the bone.
So why cut further? Poll after poll shows those perceptions of ABC bias are not shared by the public. In times like this, many argue that Australia needs public broadcasting more than ever. Sadly, the government and the ABC's noisy band of critics do not agree. In my opinion, that tells you a lot about the political environment.
Sure, Paul. I think it tells us a lot about the self-indulgent environment at the national broadcaster. They are entitled, they are well paid, they have permanent tenure, they have taxpayer-funded platforms, and they are not afraid to use these privileges to ask for more.
Minister Fletcher, why have the people that work for ABC Me in Melbourne lost their jobs? My favourite presenter is Pip, and she has lost her job. Minister Fletcher, have you actually watched ABC Me? It is really good, and they should get the money they need. Thank you.
Well, you're in such a generous mood tonight, Minister. Maybe you want to reinstate some ABC funding if you're announcing channels can continue.
Nothing like a little emotional blackmail, hey? They already get more than $1 billion a year. The nation is in an economic, health and fiscal crisis, but the ABC knows what really matters.
This is highly relevant because ABC...
Minister, let's stay on that subject, or we're not hearing from that. Minister, I'm going to move on. I've got the figures here, though. You're ignoring the fact in what you're saying and talking about that 2019-2020 budget. The operational budget barely moves from 29-20 and remains lower than 2018-19 for 4 years. That's what I call a cut.
That is not true.
The figures are taken from the budget, and we can't waste any more time on this. I'm going to go to our next question.
And it's higher than
You've made the point several times, Minister.
At our expense, they are relentless.
To the ABC cuts have been described as vandalism and a death by 1,000 cuts. What's your response?
The funding rises each year over those 3 years, so the ABC has...
Sorry, Minister, but to those points in particular, the MEAA says it's vandalism, the Public Sector Union says it's death by 1,000 cuts.
We're in the first year of a 3-year funding period, so the ABC has a degree of funding certainty.
Sorry, and it's a simple question. It's a simple question. Can you guarantee there'll be no further cuts?
Endless stations, endless programs, endless platforms, and they use our money to press their claim for more money. A constant reminder that while we all pay for the national broadcaster, it's their ABC.